What's good? It's your boy Czar, all rights reserved. Yo, this one's going to be kind of crazy today, guys. This is insane. I've been reading this story for a while. Okay. We all know the Breona Taylor story was everywhere. It was almost worldwide on everything that happened. Now, get this. Now, I want to know your honest opinion. I don't care what race you are, I don't care what culture you're from. It doesn't really matter. Logic in this situation would make you understand where I'm coming from. Now, let's say take color out of it, because I don't want that to be some type of point, because that's the way the news spins it. But let's talk logic. It comes out that, understand, these officers went to this young lady's house to serve a warrant. Upon serving that warrant to deal with some issue going on with the guy that was with her, they allege there was shots fired. Now, either way, that's irreprehensible. When that happens, you should not be exchanging fire with the cops. But they're alleging the young man with her, not Breona Taylor, the young man with her started shooting. Get this. Now, this story below that I have the link to, you can read it. They're starting to figure out it was an illegal warrant served. Okay. Now get this. That means that these officers would have never been at her spot. They would have never shown up. Never. Never. We would have never heard of Breona Taylor. She would have been a young lady living her life. Right now, you would not know who she is. If this was not drawn up the way it was and served, it was not legit. That's what this news story is now backing, that it was not legit. Those cops should have never been there. Now, I want to tell you something honestly. That is a very common occurrence. A lot of people in power that are honestly, that are lawyers, some of them are lawyers, attorneys, they do things that they know is not correct, but because they want to serve their own personal form of justice, they will do whatever it takes. That is not new. That is the norm when dealing with positions of power, authority, those type of situations. Now, looking at it this way, do you believe that that was legit? Because I already know some of the people who race bait stories would be like, if it was Caucasian on the other hand, would be like, they should have never been there. If someone got shot, because you did it in other stories. I'm talking about YouTubers. I'm talking about people. I seen you. You talked about it. But now you want to be quiet when this story comes out. You're all quiet. All of them shut up. Don't have nothing to say. They didn't see this release. I didn't see it. All hiding their tails in their head. That is why I don't rock with a lot of them. Like, I rock with a few, but they're the ones I rock with, and they know that they're real. They're legit. And I rock with them for real, for real. The ones that I'm thinking, y'all already know I don't rock with y'all. And I probably spoke out against them. They would legit act like this didn't come out. But if it was reverse roles and not dealing with this young African American lady, they'd be talking about it everywhere. It's crazy. So that should have never happened. So here's my first thing. Those people involved that wrote up that fake warrant, they all need to go to jail. All of them. Since she got shot and she's dead, they all need to serve time the same way an accomplice would. Because understand, accomplices don't always commit the murder or the act of violence. But because you're there, you're charged. All those attorneys in that office need charged. They need their license stripped. I'm gonna take the time to find out your names. I'm gonna really take that time. And that needs to be talked about. They need their license stripped for good. They wrote up a warrant that got a young lady killed. And they're not serving no time? They're not even being charged? Does that sound fair to y'all? They're not being charged and they're not serving time. But they wrote the phony warrant to have them search Breona Taylor's spot. Is that right? There's no one here that can legitimize and answer against what I'm saying. I can't see it. I thought about this all day. If it was fake and that warrant wasn't real, why did they do it? How are they going to get past the fact a young lady got killed? Young black. Imagine it being, don't even think of the color. Imagine it being your sister, your mother, your cousin. That's a female. and a phony warrant got served and she got killed in the midst of it, all y'all would be raising hell. Respectfully, all y'all. Come on. That's not right. Are you going to charge them? You're telling me this in the story. Don't show me this in the story and you're not going to charge them. We're not doing that no more. Like, just don't even talk about it then. You want to talk about it, charge them. Put them in prison along with the cops that were involved with the shooting. Because honestly, you guys should have been able to know legitimizing things. Law. You guys know the law, don't you? You know the law, right? That's what you claim to know. You get paid to know the law. And you looked at the warrant, you looked at the situation, and it didn't seem funny to you. That's a problem. You don't need to be on the job then. If you're just going to take something blindly, run and do it without thinking, you don't need to be an officer of law. Officers of the law need to think. They need to know. They need to be competent. You're not competent enough for the job. If they can fool you like that, because I looked at you really, in the situation, you really thought that was legal? It made no sense. You're showing up at a girl spot looking for somebody else who's not her, and she gets killed in the midst of it. You all need to go to jail. I'm sorry. There's too many people serving time in jail for things that they really weren't involved with, kinda, sorta, kinda. Nah, y'all need to go to jail. Because I'm telling you, I know there's people in there waiting for you. I know. But listen, you guys should have not ran up there with your weapons drawn, shoot. Like, then they claim somebody shot back at them. No proof. Even, is your aim that bad, sir? Even if someone shot back at you, you couldn't tell where the bullet came from? It was so many of you outside the house, and you couldn't tell where the bullet came from. But you all were popping shots inside. Like you were in a movie, 007. Like you were playing Call of Duty, all popping shots inside. Running side to side. But you couldn't tell where the bullet came from? With all of you there, you are not competent enough to be an officer of the law. We need you off the force. We need you off the force. Sir, we need you off the force. We can't have that. You can't be an officer of the law and you can't understand if a girl's shooting at you, a young man shooting at you, or even if the warrant that you're using to serve is legit. No, we need you off the force. We need competent officers. We need smart people. We don't need dummies who follow orders and run with their tail between their legs, head first, sniffing up with their nose. Like, no, we don't need you. Not out here. No. Stuff is too real. Not dealing with citizens. You really want to see combat? You know to sign up for the military. But some of you don't even got the heart to do that. Some of you may be ex-militant. Possibly. Then you're out of line. You need to go back to the military because that's where you can shoot for free. You know where the enemies are. You know who you're shooting at. Go shoot at whoever. Dealing with civilians is different. It's a different thing. And crazy part, y'all dealing with civilians like that, but the thing is you can't even catch the criminals. You don't know a guy right by you in your office is snorting up. Real talk. Real talk. This is real. You don't know a guy in your office sitting up there snorting, moving cocaine silently, never getting caught. Matter of fact, some of you are buying it from him. Yo, these are legit, real things happening out of their offices, and they're not doing anything about it. They're just sitting there, riding around like, oh, you hear that Breona Taylor thing? Yeah, that ain't gonna be me. Yo, you guys in that office, y'all are cowards. If y'all do not deal with those attorneys, that is the biggest mistake that law can have. You guys were so fast to pull up shooting shots into that spot. But now you're not going to deal with the attorneys who wrote up the warrant that got her killed. No. We need you all off the job. At the least, honestly, you deserve to be in jail. There are people that did far less that are serving time in prison. No, you wrote up a phony warrant, man. You didn't even know. You had to know it was bad. You're a lawyer. You're an attorney. You didn't know that warrant wasn't good? You can read it. Yo, I'm telling you, these people, we need them in prison. Stop telling me about people, oh, these guys over here. If you're not dealing with these pedos, and you're not dealing with these criminals with a position of power, abusing it, then I don't want to hear nothing about anything going on. You guys need to deal with your own backyard first before you get up here talking about African Americans, criminals everywhere. Oh, you hear that crime that? No, I don't want to hear none of that racist talk. Look at your own backyard first. This attorney's drawing up phony warrants, getting people killed, and then trying to act like nothing happened. No, you need arrested. You need to be arrested. I'm sorry. You got to serve time. You need to be in there time enough where you got to duck and hide for a little bit. I'm sorry, ma'am. No, it don't work that way. No. And if you guys try and get her off, trust me, I'm going to expose. If they don't go to jail, I'm going to go hard. I mean that. That is going to be a new theme we're taking on. You don't send those people to jail that wrote the phony warrant. We got a problem. We got a problem because they knew it was phony. She knew it was fictitious. And it didn't even show that up at the place looking for Breona Taylor. You're looking for some dude in there. Yo, stop playing with me. That's ridiculous. This is insane. What, you don't like African American women? So you're not going to get her justice? But I have similar situations I looked at with a Caucasian woman, you got justice. So what's the difference? What's the difference? Because we'll start doing that. Then we'll have proof. And they could come here, look, take that to court, and it's over for y'all. When they take what I showed to court, it is done. It is done. Because honestly, that's not right. This was a young lady with her future ahead of them. Now, old men that were dang near through their career, getting older, trying to retire, get to shoot and kill a young lady, walk away scot-free. No, sir. No. Get your wrinkly butt in that jail cell and get what's coming. Because you already know what they're going to do to you. The reason they're going to protect them, they know what's going to happen. They are going to bend you over so much. Sir, your back's going to have a permanent arch in it. And your legs are going to be permanently spread. You are not going to walk the same again. That's what you wanted. Since you want to be quick on your gun to kill a young lady who's innocent, then be just as fast to touch your toes, bend your back, and bend your knees. Do that. Because you guys are out of line. Y'all just, like, once the right person does what needs done, y'all gonna stop it. Once an example is made of one of these officers, they'll stop. They'll all stop. That's what I be trying to say. You got to make an example of one of them in order to warn the rest. They feel unruly. They're in shooting, popping shots through an innocent girl's home. Now, if she was Caucasian, I can find the story and put it here, but it's not relevant because it's a different name. But I can find the story and put it here. You guys acted so differently. Y'all knew what to do, but because it's her, y'all don't know what to do. Come on, man. Y'all got to check this out. It's crazy. All rights reserved.